Hi, this is Sin from Sinwise's Battlefield Manual, and I'm here to talk to you today about the School of Hard Knocks in Arathi Basin. Arathi Basin is a great battleground with 5 nodes that you need to capture, each marked by a flag, which is by a building or other structure. And there's a graveyard nearby, and I've talked a lot about the graveyards on my blog. But today, for the School of Hard Knocks, your goal is to just capture one of the flags at one of the nodes. To capture a flag, you go ahead and you ride up to it, like we're about to do here with my Death Knight Sinwolf. We're going to ride up and click on it. And you click on it and you channel for 8 seconds, don't get interrupted, and you go ahead and you capture the flag. The stables is right next to the Alliance spawn point, and the farm is the counterpoint on the Horde side, on the other side of the battleground. And the idea is that the easiest way to get this achievement is really to just ride out and try and get the stables or the farm. That's pretty straightforward, right? I mean, you just ride out and you click on it, and especially if you're an Unholy DK, then it's very easy. But let's take a little bit more complicated of an example. This is, I've asked Sinwise to go ahead and help me out here. Sinwise is a Warlock, if you're not familiar with her. And so she is not going to have any speed enhancements while riding, which, you know, good news, bad news. So the first thing is you want to try and be the first one out of the gate. Mount up before the game actually begins, before the gates open up, and be riding against them when they open up. That gives you a very good opportunity to go ahead and get out the gate quickly. Now, here you see that I'm not going to make it to the stables on time. I'm just not going to make it. Look, there was another Unholy DK. He totally pasted me there. So the next one is you veer off immediately and you go for the lumber mill. And if you're on the Horde, you go for the gold mine. Or you can go to the lumber mill too. I mean, actually, there are 2 different ways you can handle that. But I'm losing that one too. So then you go to your third target, which is the farm. Or if you're Horde, you go to the stables. Like, see, look, Horde, and they're going for stables. They're actually running right around. They're going right around the blacksmith. The blacksmith is on the island in the middle, and you do not want to go after the blacksmith for this achievement. You just don't. It's a strategic point that a lot of people are going to be going for in order to win the battle, and that's something that is going to cause you problems. Now you see here they left a single defender, and he wasn't even trying to really stop me. But I went ahead and I hit my nitro boosts. Excuse me, my nitro boots. They're not boosts. To go ahead and try and get him away. Now, I see I've actually got some support coming up, but I do have a 2-on-3 situation here, so I'm going to have to take care of this Shadow Priest, make sure that I get him away from me so I can go ahead and channel. That's the idea here, is to go ahead and try and capture the flag as quickly as possible. Use things like Nitro Boots or Swiftness Potions, anything that you can do to go ahead and get to the flag faster. The other thing is to know where you're going. I stressed this a lot in the article, but that we want to make sure that you get familiar with the battleground before you actually have to run it, because you need to know where you're going and make decisions like we were making earlier, where you knew you weren't going to get to the stables, you knew you weren't going to get to the lumber mill. Okay, so go for the farm. And if you don't get the farm, well, just stay in the battle. There's every likelihood that you'll still be able to capture a flag. So here we are, we're at the farm, and one of the things that I really stress is that you don't really want to ditch out of battleground if you can at all help it. I mean, there are a lot of people who are counting on you. I'm on the other side of the battleground right now from where anyone who comes to replace me will be, and I'm at a strategic point right now. I'm also about to get overrun by the Horde. I'm in trouble. So my job here is to delay as long as possible, because that flag, you see, the flag is still gray. It hasn't flipped yet. I've still got about I don't even see where my timer is on it, but I don't have very much more time, and all we have to do is just hold down until the farm goes and flips. And the farm is about to flip, and the farm has flipped. So now I can release my corpse, and I will resurrect at the graveyard. See, the blue flag shows that it's an Alliance node. If it was a red flag, it would be a Horde node. Now, here I am. I'm going to go ahead and alright, so that is why you fight at the flag, because the Horde just recaptured it. The Horde went ahead and were able to click on the flag and flip it over to their side. It's now a gray flag with the Horde insignia on it, which means the Alliance doesn't get to use a graveyard. Nobody gets to use a graveyard when it's gray. So here we are. We're at the gold mine on the south side of the map, the low side of the map. Actually, it's not the south side, it's the upper side. But it doesn't matter, because it's the low part. And you go ahead, and here you are. Come on. Okay, what do we got here? So things look pretty good, except that someone is trying to cap the flag, and this is actually a very good object lesson for you. We see this a lot, where you go ahead and you send a single person out, and they often can go ahead and capture something if your opponents don't defend. And that's a very important lesson for Arathi Basin, is to always, always, always defend. Defense wins Arathi Basin. All right, well, this has been Sinwise helping us out to go ahead and show you how to capture flags in Arathi Basin for the School of Hard Knocks achievement. Don't forget to keep your orphan out. Keep your orphan out the whole time, okay? And stick with it. If you don't get it at first, keep trying. You will get it eventually. Arathi Basin's pretty straightforward. This is Sin for Sinwise's Battlefield Manual.